only, not forever.
Okay. That's for this retreat. This retreat. Huh?
Yes.
That's for this retreat. So, I will give the good Dhamma talk. Huh?
Yes.
Do you know the good Dhamma talk? Huh? So, I will explain firstly which talk is a good Dhamma talk, good talk, no? So, in our country, one the Sharo is a very famous. If you want to invite him to give the Dhamma talk, you need to queue at least 1 year. So he is very famous. That's one the town, they have chance to invite this Sharo every year. Every year. So Sharo give the Dhamma talk in that town. So every year. That's a few years later, Sharo and Kapiya become the family. So at that time, the Kapiya say, Sharo, tonight please give the good Dhamma talk. Sharo said that, no, I always give the good Dhamma talk because the Buddha Dhamma are always good. Every day are good. So I give the good Dhamma talk. And at that time, the Kapiya replied, oh, Sharo, you don't know the really good Dhamma talk. So and then the Sharo said, yeah. What is your meaning, the good Dhamma talk? Sharo, good Dhamma talk means the short Dhamma talk. Good Dhamma talk means the short Dhamma talk. So now I look at the time, now already 8. So I also should give the good Dhamma talk. Okay. So before giving the Dhamma talk, we will pay respect to the Buddha. We pay homage to the Buddha by reciting Namo Tassa 3 times. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Okay, look at the chart. So last Dhamma we explained about how to practice it, training of concentration and how can we get the consciousness purification state of the. And then after that, the next one is number 3, the due purification. Morality, according to the jnana, mentality and materiality definition knowledge. So in this state, meditator should know nama and rupa by their own knowledge, their direct knowledge. After that, the next one is the number 4, the purification, doubt overcoming purification. In this state, doubt me, what is the doubt? Utterly, the most of the people, they have the doubt in their past and also in their future. So they have the doubt. We have been in the past, is it right or not? You may have the doubt. But in this state, when you can practice this false apprehending knowledge, so Paricha Samopada, dependent origination. In this state, you can remove or you can overcome the doubt in the past and the future. So this state, meditator should know their past life and currently, present and their future life. By discerning this past life, present and future, you can connect each other because of the past causes. In the present, the life appear, or in the present there is a 5 result. And also in this present life, we are making the weather wholesome or unwholesome. So when we do the wholesome or unwholesome, before wholesome or unwholesome, there will be the avijja, ignorance, and tanha, craving. So that means in present life we are doing the 5 causes. We are making the 5 causes. These 5 causes will give in the future the new result. 5 results. Here are called the 5 causes are called avijja, tanha, upadana, sankhara, and karma. Avijja means ignorance, tanha means the craving, avijja tanha, upadana means clinging. Avijja tanha upadana, sankhara means the evolutionary formation, and karma. Karma means the karmic potency. Karmic potency means, what is the karmic potency mean? So let's say some being doing the whether good or bad. So these all are the just a formation. Formation is as soon as they arise and perish, but that is remain the karmic potency. Remain the karmic potency. This karmic potency will produce the new result, new existence. So in the past, we have done many wholesome and also many unwholesome in the past. Also in the present, also we do many wholesome good deeds and many unwholesome bad deeds. So these are karma. So at the time in the present, because of the past 5 causes, in the present we will have the Vijnana Salayana Phassa Vedana, Vijnana, the consciousness, Naya, Nama Rupa, mentality and materiality, Salayana, the 5 phases, Phassa, context, Vedana, feeling. So these are the in brief, that is a 5 result. So in this present life also we have the 5 causes, so that in the future and there is there will be the 5 results. So and then we can overcome. Oh, we really has been in the past and also non-present, and also if we are not Arhanta person in this present life, also we may accept a new existence. So that means we will be in the future also. So and then you will overcome. You will be able to overcome these dark, whether in the past, present, and future. So this is number 4. And then the number 5. Number 5 is a past and non-past knowledge and vision purification. In this state, is start to practice the Vipassana meditation. So after that, after discerning mentality, materiality, and their causes, you can proceed to insight meditation, whether they are permanent, suffering, and non-self. No? You can practice. So after that, these are according to the jnana. You can see the second column, that is the number 3 and number 4a. Number 3, comprehension knowledge, samasana jnana, and number 4a, the udiyabhaya jnana, arise and perish knowledge. In this stage is called number A. 4a means the taruna means the tanda, not yet mature. So even though this vipassana jnana is a Tanda Vipassana Jnana, or the not mature Vipassana Jnana. After that, the first column, that is a number 6, practice, knowledge, and vision purification. Patipada Jnana Dasana Visuddhi. In this state, the Vipassana Jnana is become stronger and stronger, powerful knowledge. So according to the jnana, second column, you can see number 4b. That is called arise and perish knowledge. That's it. Palawa. Palawa means powerful. Arise and perish knowledge. This is it. The Vipassana knowledge. After that, dissolution knowledge. Number 5. Dissolution knowledge. So Pinganyana. Dissolution knowledge. So in this state, first, number 3 jnana, you can see the nama and rupa, whether they are impermanent, self-having or non-self. But number 4a and number 4b, in this state, you can see nama and rupa arising and perishing. Arise and perish, arise and perish. But this is number 5 stage. You cannot see nama and rupa as a arise. Only you see the all, whether nama or rupa perish, perish, perish. Because your wisdom is at that stage is so sharp. So just you see whatever the materiality or mentality all are perishing, perishing, perishing. Very quickly perishing. That means that there is no arise, cannot perish. But the wisdom is so sharp. So just only emphasize the perish, perish, perish. So in this state, actually nama and rupa is their lifespan is very short. Very short. Even though when your vipassana jnana is not so sharp, so first number 3 jnana state, you just see nama and rupa is arise and perish. But not so obvious in your mind. Just you can see materiality arise and perish. Mentality arise and perish because of impermanent, suffering and non-self. But number 4a, in the number 4a state, so your knowledge is a little bit become stronger and sharp. So even though they arise and perish, but a little bit like that, quickly. When you look at the materiality, arise, perish, arise, perish. When you look at the mentality, arise, perish, like that. But the number 4b, so fast. Whatever you see the materiality, arise, perish, like that. When you look at the mentality, arise, perish, like that, very fast. But later on, number 5 state. This one is a very fast, so you cannot note the arising. Only the whatever you look at, perishing, like that. So Vipassana jnana is a so sharp in this state. The example is that is nowadays is like some the container. So inside there that they bring the scent. They bring the scent with the car. Sand. They bring the sand with the car, and then when they reach the destination, so they have their car has the who tongue like
Pool.
pour, no? So in the car there is a sand, so they pour. So these all sand are poured on very quickly. In the same way, when you look at the materiality, internal or external, whatever thing is a very poured on like the perishing like that. So you can see that the other example is there is the rubber band. There is a sand rubber band or the sand rubber band. So when the strong windy, so sand are fall on
Sand.
Sand. Yeah. S-N-D. Sand. No? Sand is a fall down like that. In the same way, in your internal or external body or external body, that is you just discern the materiality. All are perishing. External also you just discern the external materiality. Materiality. All materiality arising, not arising, perishing like that very quickly. So that means your vipassana jnana is so strong and mature. No, we cannot say mature, so strong and so sharp. So after that, number 6. The number 6 is you can see there is a fearsomeness knowledge. So that means the bhaya jnana. Here is a fear means with the jnana, not with the dosa. So sometimes the dog follow to you. They want to bite. So at that time you run away. Actually you very afraid of the dog, or very you fear. So this one is a dosa. At that time your mind with the dosa, associated with the dosa. But in this stage is not dosa. Actually is a with the wisdom, jnana. But already you see the internal or external, all mentality and materiality are perishing, so that you like afraid, or you have the fear. So this is called the Paya. So in this stage, is a vipassana knowledge is so strong, very strong. So and then the next number 7, Adinawa Jnana. Adinawa Jnana is a danger knowledge. In this state, the Benga Baya. Number 7 is the Adinawa Jnana, danger Jnana. So this one is a little bit the English translation. Actually, in this state, Adinawa means they are only the whatever the mentality or materiality, or are the fault. You only see the fault or the mentality and materiality. Fault or the mentality. So whatever materiality you see, there is a arising and perishing. Because of that, this is a impermanent, no permanent. So there is a the oppressed or the impermanent. So that there is a suffering, really suffering. Mentality is a suffering, materiality is a suffering, or our body, mentality and materiality are the object of suffering. Subject of suffering, like that. We feel like that. And then there is a no, the soul. There is a no soul. There is a no essence. There is a no essence. These are and the non-self only. So in this state, like when you go to the shopping, and you choose the clothes. At the beginning, you find the clothes. Oh, this one is I like. For example, when you like, and you take, and you look at, you check. This clothes is good or bad. When you check at the time, you see in this clothes there is a 3 hole. 3 hole. The new clothes there is a 3 hole. So at that time, this one is for you is not good. You don't want it anymore because this had the fault. That is a 3 hole. What the 3 hole means? That is a impermanent, suffering, and non-self. That is a 3 hole. So actually now all of us, you may have the attachment in your body, and also you may have the attachment to the other. Why? Because you not see the fault of the materiality and mentality, and also let's see you not see the 3 hole in the internal and in the external, so that you stay have the attachment to the internal and to the external. When you see that these are 3 holes as an impermanent, suffering, and non-self, so you will not have the attachment anymore. No? So in this state like that, this is called the danger knowledge. After that, number 8, disenchantment knowledge, nibbida jnana, disenchantment knowledge. So really you are boring with the internal mentality, materiality, and external mentality, materiality. Why? Because whatever you see, all are impermanent, suffering, and non-self only. You cannot find permanent, internal or external. You cannot find happiness, internal or external. You cannot find the self, internal or external. So that you really, boring, or the, let's say, the disenchantment, no? disenchantment. You have the disenchantment with these internal and external mentality and materiality. So in this state, your vipassana jnana is quite strong and your knowledge becomes sharper and sharper. So number 9, liberation knowledge. Liberation longing knowledge. In this state, mochitu kamyata jnana, because you already know, you already see the fourth order mentality, materiality, internal and external. So at that time, you want to free from this mentality and materiality. Last night I give the example. Last night or the day before yesterday, I give the example like a man who hold the snake. Do you remember? Yeah, this is an example. So that in this state, the meditator really want to be free from these all mentality and materiality. So, and then when you really want to be free from these mentality and materiality, or you want to liberate from mentality and materiality, what should you do? The next jnana called it number 10, reflection knowledge. But this is in this stage, not just a reflection, that you need to contemplate the impermanent suffering and numbness of mentality, materiality in internal and external. Internal and external. After that, the next one is number 11. Sankharupa jnana. Sankharupa jnana means formation equanimity. Formation equanimity. So that means at that time, at that stage, you will not have the equanimity. So you will not worry. You will not have the worry about mentality and materiality, and also you will not have the attach to the mentality and materiality, whether internal or external. So at that time, your mind is a very, flexible, very flexible, very balanced. So in this state, it's all the bodhisattva, they practice some life, they practice vipassana meditation, and in this number 11 jnana, they will not practice more than the number 12 or 30 or something like that, because they must be, before the Buddha, they must be ordinary person. So only they practice this number, and then the number 11 jnana. Not only the bodhisattva, and the other, for example, like a chief disciple, the future chief disciple, chief Buddha disciple, like a Venerable Buddha, in the past, they also fulfill the parami, 1 essential and 100,000 years ago. They start to practice, they start to fulfill the parami, 1 essential, 1 year, one essential and 100,000 years ago, they start to fulfill the parami. During this time, they may have the chance to practice the vipassana meditation. Also, they meet the Buddha, but they only practice until the number 11 jnana. For example, I will give the one example. Venerable Buddha, in the past, he got the different prophecy from the Padumodra Buddha, 1 essential and 100,000 years ago. So he is his name is Sadhara. He was one Brahmin, and he is very rich. When his parents passed away, he became renowned. All his property, he language. He go to the forest, he practice, and he is a very famous person in the town. So when he go to the forest, many people follow to him. There are 700 people follow to him, and they are like accepted. He practice meditation he can practice meditation very well, and he got the psychic power. And also he teach his disciple and they attain the psychic power, jhana and vijnana. So at that time their lifespan is very long, and later on there is a Padumodra Buddha appear in the world, and one day Padumodra Buddha look at the wall, and then this Bandi Saripudra, the to be the Bandi Saripudra, the name is Sarada. This ascetic Sarada was appeared in the Buddha's eye, Padumodra Buddha's eye. So that Padumodra Buddha, the next day, he came with the group, Sangha group. He came to the Sarada ascetic place in a forest. So and then when Padumodra Buddha and Sangha came, so at that time the future Bani Saripudra, the ascetic Sarada, he asked his disciple to arrange the flower for the like a seed for the seed. These flower are very amount of the flower, and then he prepared and all Buddha and Sangha sit there on the flower like I say flower seed, and then they sit in the flower on the flower 7 days, never eating. So they are enter into the Nirodha Samapatti. All Buddha and all Sangha are Arahanta. So they enter into the cessation attainment Nirodha Samapatti 7 days. So at that time, the future Saripudra, the ascetic Sarada, he looked at also 7 days. He looked at to the Buddha and all Sangha. Only his disciples go to the forest, find the fruit and they eat. But the Bani Sarada, the ascetic Sarada, future Saripudra, he looked at this Sangha 7 days, Buddha and Sangha. After the 7 days, they offer this fruit. They had no food, only the fruit. They offer the Buddha and Sangha. After that, Buddha gave the Dhamma talk. When Buddha gave the Dhamma talk, all his disciples became Arahanta. But only the future Saripudra, he is an ordinary person. And then he asked the right side, the Buddha, the right side, there is a one bhikkhu. The name is if I am not wrong, the Bani Nisapa. So he admired to this Bani, and then he asked the Buddha, Bani, who is he? So at that time, the Brahmodra Buddha replied, he is my right chief disciple. So at that time he said that, Bani, I also want to be the Buddha's right chief disciple in the future. So at that time, the Buddha checked his future and Buddha gave the different prophecy. Okay, you one century, 100,000 years later, you will be right chief disciple of the Gautama Buddha. So at that time, that means he meet the Buddha. He have chance to meet the Buddha. Only he practiced the Vipassana meditation, and then that is the number 11, the jnana. He will not practice continue to get there, the number 12 or 11, number 12 or 30, like that. So because of that, I want to remind you, if you are the future Buddha, Bodhisattva, or if you are the chief disciple, like in the Bhikkhuni also have the Kemateri. Kemateri is the Buddha right chief disciple in the Bhikkhuni, and the Ublaona Teri, she is a Buddha left chief disciple in the Bhikkhuni. So because of all of you, if you are such kinds of the person, so you should not practice. and then over the 11th knowledge. Do you get what I mean?
Yes. And actually you mean you stop at 11 or you stop after 11? Before or after 11, Yana?
Until 11. Only the meditator only practice, the third kind of person only practice this Vipassana knowledge until get the 11th knowledge.
You get 11.
Yeah. After that they will not practice over 12. Like that.
We promise.
Huh? Okay. Okay, and then some meditator want to realize the Nibbana in this present life, they need to practice it. Number 12 and number 30. That's actually number 12 is just when you can practice the number 11 very well. And then if your Vipassana knowledge is mature, so you are like number 12 is you can see that is a conformity knowledge. This one is me. The firstly is a Kama Vachara, since Piya Hosa. And then the 40 is a path knowledge. This is a Logodara, Supramundane Hosa. This Supramundane Hosa and since Piya Hosa there is a gap. They are different. So number 12 is like see this is conformity, just follow. If there is not this kind of jnana, will not go to the next one. So that means like see, the dinosaur, the being dinosaur. This one is I'm not sure, but according to some people see like that. Dinosaur is actually in the long ago they are really exist in the world, but nowadays we cannot find the dinosaur. Why? Dinosaur. Why? Because they cannot adjust. They cannot adjust. The changing of the world. They cannot adjust. Because of that, they cannot survive until now. But the human, they can adjust. They found the weather, they found the food, they found the accommodation, but they can adjust themselves so that they can survive. In the same way, this is since we are Hosan and Mundane Hosan between the gap. So if there is no conformity knowledge, so if cannot adjust, will not reach the next step like that. And then this is Vipassana knowledge, also number 12. After that, number 13. This knowledge is called the Gottarapu Jnana. Gottarapu Jnana means the change of lineage knowledge. This is a change of lineage knowledge means in this state. This one is cannot see number 6 purification and cannot see number 7 purification. This one is like a changing. So when you can practice until the number 11 and 12 very well, so at the time number 30 is automatically you will reach, and that state just you are changed from noble person, from ordinary person to noble person. That is a no gap. Number 3 and number 4, that is a no gap. Just very fast. Number 13, and then you will reach between the gap. Without the gap, you will read the number 14 knowledge. This is called past knowledge. You become noble person. Can you get? So, and then the number 5 and number 6, you should continue to practice. Okay. So and then in this stage you start to number 4 stage you start to take the Nibbana as an object. Your mind start to take the Nibbana as an object. And then that means in this state you start to realize the Nibbana. And then the number 4 and number 6, and number 15 and number 16 you can continue. So now is I think so finish the 7 stages of purification, right? So what done? Oh, already the 8:30. So I think so now is a good Dhamma talk. So very short. So Let us start our Dhamma talk here, and also I wish may you be practice meditation very well, and may you be realize the Nibbana in this very life. So, if you have any question, you can ask, or if not, we will share the merit. Do you have the question?
Any question? Question first. Any question?
I have a question. Can we practice like equanimity in the practice? Being in the equanimous state.
This is number 11 knowledge state.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, can you practice? You can practice. You can practice.
So without craving for anything, you just go and just seeing as seeing, hearing as hearing, and all the sense organ. You just keep it as you're just watching TV, just don't react without reacting to it.
Oh.
Is that how you practice the equanimity then?
Oh, this state is actually, you can see that there is the Vipassana Jnana. Number 3 start to practice the Vipassana meditation. Number 3 to number 11. So these are all Vipassana Jnana. So number 11 Jnana is a very, high level.
Mm-hmm.
High level.
Mm-hmm.
So without, you don't have the number 3, number 4, number 5, number 6. You are not practice the number 4 knowledge. So currently, for example, now you are not yet discerning the mentality and materiality.
Mm-hmm.
Even though in this state you just you watch TV, television, movie. So you cannot stop with not to arise the lobha or dosa or the moha or mana. You cannot prevent. So it is impossible without practicing the under jnana.
So only you have to go through the stages first, like 3 to 3 to 11. Until then, you stop at 11 equanimity.
Yeah.
Ramp up.
Huh?
Ramp up. 去理解型的对吧？
Yeah.
So in this day, if some meditator already practice and in this state, so at that time, in this Vipassana Jnana is not like that one time, not enough. The Lokiya Vipassana Jnana is should practice again and again, not enough the one day, not enough the 1 month, not enough the 1 year. So you need to practice regularly every day. So firstly, you read this day, the second session or second day or second month or the second year. It's very easy for you. You can practice. Every day. For example, now you already read this day. The next time, even though you look at the movie, you watch a movie, but there is no defilement will arise in you. Just you watching the movie and you may practice you can practice the Vipassana like that. So you can in this state. But without practicing without practicing this all jnana, it is impossible. Can you get what I mean?
I think so, yes.
Okay.
Another
It's like I'm thinking like I'd be like walking on a fine rope, right? Like walking on a rope, and I have to be careful of how I'm balancing it. It's like a radio tuning, right? To get the sound. Just to right channel and you hear the music. If you don't get the right channel, you'll be like static, right? You'll be hearing the static. It's like that. You just be mindful when you are practicing. You just mindful and try to tune it, tune in to get the right tune. That's how I see as like a equanimous
Equanimity,
state.
another one is a sort of upeka meditation.
This one is a two types. The equanimity is another meditation is called the samatha meditation. This is that is the four Brahma Vihara, the abiding the Brahma Vihara. So in this stage is Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Ubeka. In this stage is another stage. This is only the samatha meditation without discerning nama and rupa, but you can practice ubeka. But it is no vipassana jnana. In this stage is the Sinkharupaka jnana means Sinkhara means here is translate like the formation. No? Sinkhara means the formation. Actually here is in the Pali word we can say Sinkhara means the nama, rupa, and their causes are called formation. So formation equanimity. Formation equanimity very highest level. Higher level. But in the ubeka, normally ubeka also you can practice. In the ubeka meditation is not like that this is a vipassana state. But for example, when you practice the metta meditation and then attain the jhana, after that you can practice the ubeka meditation and you will read the fourth jhana. Ubeka meditation only reach the fourth jhana only. So without practicing the metta or karuna or mudita, you cannot practice the ubeka meditation. This is in the samatha samadhi stage, concentration stage. Now is an explanation is the vipassana stage. So vipassana stage is so high. Samatha state is the ubeka is like that. Because of the being, you are not angry. Some being attack you, but you are not angry. Sometimes some being is very beautiful or very handsome, but because of that you will not have the lust. But you cannot remove the lower dosa moha, but you will not have the lust. In this stage, this is the samatha state, that is the ubeka. But in the vipassana state is during that time, there is totally no loba, no dosa, no moha, like that. But actually, these two are a little bit similar, but so different, but quite similar. Difficult to understand.
Thank you.
Okay. Sorry, any question?
So this is a step-by-step killing of defilement, right? This is step-by-step.
Sure, step by step.
The other one's temporary. Only when you're in this state, you can be equanimous, but your mind will not be. Other samatha meditation, your mind will not be equanimous once you're out of that stage. But this one, you go through progression, so that you will, if you do the prior steps well, you'll get to the 11 regardless, right? Well, right?
But this stage is also all vipassana jnana is also cannot cut off or destroy the defilement. Also in this stage, also defilement is like a letting defilement remaining in you. But Anudyasi letting defilement, but very weak.
Latent.
Very, very weak. But in the samatha meditation state is just even though this defilement is strong, but the samatha meditation is press only, oppress only, suppress only. But even though the defilement is still strong, but you can press with the samatha meditation. But in the vipassana state is even though there is a defilement, they are very weak. They are very weak, like that.
So you're taking care of the source of the defilement for the vipassana. Your source is not strong anymore. You make a source.
Yeah. So there are roots like
roots
are not strong.
Yeah,
but the samatha state is they are strong.
Yeah.
But because of your concentration is very good, very strong. So that this concentration can separate Even though the defilement, the roots are so strong, but can separate, can cover, like they can cover.
So it's a symptomatic cure, not the actual cure. Symptomatic. So
Yeah.
they're trying to take care of the symptoms. Doesn't cure the disease. But the vipassana is like the disease is weaker.
Weaker. Yeah, like that.
Okay.
Sure.
But is that also without the samatha strength of the samatha, you cannot really go to the vipassana jnana?
Yes.
Yeah, it's also correct.
So if there are no more questions, Sayadaw, can we offer the requisite for Sayadaw in the or the monastery, and then may we also have a few minutes just to ask for forgiveness from
Okay.
So you can offer one by one for the people.
one by one. Okay, please, Sayadaw, sư cô đi trước đi sư cô.
Offer to Siali or just
We offer one by one.
No.
Sayadaw is we offer Sayadaw.
Okay.
Sayadaw is offer Sayadaw. Please come by one. And then I just. Oh, you want an example? Oh, just offer the Sayadaw. And be careful, don't touch Sayadaw or. Yeah. Well, sometimes we make this accident. Closer. Không, cái tờ giấy thì mình không có
it's a proxy.
Ok, thì viết cho sự.
Thank you for your teaching.
Okay. So we will share the merit, no?
Không. Line up quickly.
This one is a Sally.
Sayadaw for the monastery.
Oh, okay.
So you have to offer to Siali.
Just made the wish to realize the nirvana during the offering time, huh? During the offering time. Also should be happy during the offering time. So this called the associated with the piti joy, and also should reflect the karma and karma rasa. So this is called the associated with the jnana. So such kinds of hosan is the good hosan or the good quality. So during the offering time, you should be happy, you should be refreshed, karma and karma result. Okay? All of you. During the offering time, you should be happy.
This is on behalf of Kevin.
And this is, I'm just presenting, okay, on the candle. 그럼 맨날 막 사오지 지금 데이크리 거리 자리에 나가봐 보세요. 스미다리. 사두.
So we will share the knowledge now.
Can we have the message to ask for your forgiveness?
Okay.
Sayadaw, so may I just represent a group here just to ask for your forgiveness by word, by thought, by words, by body action or other action. If any of us intentionally or unintentionally make any mistake, transgress Sayadaw, Sayalay, or the Sangha, please forgive us, and we will learn to not repeat it again.
Okay, so now all of us, we are trying to do the wholesome Vedana, Sila and Bhavana. So this is our own wholesome. So during the offering time or during the taking the preset time, we get the wholesome only one time. But when we can recall, also for example 1 month later, one year later, when we can recall, also we can get the wholesome again. So the wholesome media should develop. Should not forget whatever we did. We should recall. We should remember our wholesome. But the unwholesome is as much as you can. After doing, you should forget. You should forget. You should not get. How to say?
Keep. Should not keep.
You should not keep. So as much as you can, you should try to forget the unwholesome, and as much as you can, you should try to remember your wholesome, whatever you done in the past. So now from now, you should try to recall your wholesome, and also now this wholesome may support our realization of Nibbana. No? So we will make the aspiration first, and then we will share the merit to all living beings. No? Okay, repeat after me. Idhame Bonyan Asavakaya Mahang Hodu Idame Punya
Idame Punya
Nibbanasa
Nibbanasa
Pichayo Hodu Idame Punya Satu Sadhana Katang Hodu Idame Nyadina Hodu Sukita Hundunya Dayo Idame Nyadina Hodu Sukita Hundunya Dayo Idame Nyadina Hodu Sukita Hundunya Dayo Mama Bunya Bagan Sabha Sadhana Majimi Sabe Sama Bunya Bagan Labandu
Sadhu
Oh, well, I can do this. I can only sit for like 30 minutes and my feet start like numbing and hurting. Can you show me some technique that I can sit longer?
So now 30 minutes only.
Yeah.
After that, what happened?
Huh?
What happened?
What happened? It hurts. The feet hurt and numb and hurt.
နာပြီးတော့ဟိုသူကကျင်းပြီးနာကျင်းပြီးတော့ဟိုဟာခေါင်းနဲ့ဖိထားပြီးတော့ဖြစ်တယ်
This one is only today?
No, always. I thought it get better, but it just stay the same.
Actually, this one is for the beginner, maybe first 1 day or 2 day, a few days. So they get the painful, but that like you see 1 week or 2 weeks later, they are familiar with this sitting posture, so quite okay. But for you it's every day, right? Every time.
Yeah. Yes.
So maybe you need to walk. So see, because some meditators who are long time meditate, who are meditating long time, for those need to walk at least 1 day, 1 hour or 1.5 hour. If not, you cannot sit long time.
So there's no way of thinking or some technique.
No, this one is, but maybe a little bit is if you can concentrate on the meditation object well. So at that time, you have the concentration. You will have the concentration. So this concentrated mind will help you to be peace and to be peace and to have the peaceful and also the happiness. So you will be able to sit longer and longer if you have the strong concentration. You meditate every day regularly? Do you meditate regularly?
Yes. Well, sometimes I skip, but but a lot of time I try to do it every day.
Yeah, because I think so only that is necessary to meditate regularly and legacy, the exercise. So every day you should meditate. You should meditate every day, and then lay down, and you can sit longer.
I have a follow-up question for her because regarding what she said. This is the common issue for the meditators, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the question is whether you should change the position or not, right? I think that's what she's trying to say. What should she do if the pain comes?
Mm-hmm.
Just like if she's staying that way, if there's a pain, is there room? I think she wanted to know whether how she could control it, or whether something make it better.
Actually, is a meditator can change the body posture, can change. Also, the at the beginning, like they should change the position. For example, you put your left like that, and then you should change. You should switch at the other side. By changing the painful way, reduce and disappear itself. But sometimes, if it is really necessary, also you can change body posture. For example, sitting to standing or walking, like that you can change. Okay, can you get what I mean?
You mean? Do you understand what?
Yeah, you. How about you?
I had other things. Other meditations when there's pain. I can either concentrate on my orientation object shifted from breath to pain, and just observe the pain. And what I notice is that it goes away after a while.
But actually should not do like that. Should not pay attention on the pain. As much as you can, should try to concentrate on the breath. And then at the beginning you should be patient and trying to concentrate. And if you can concentrate on the breath way, the pain will gradually disappear itself. But if not, sometimes the pain is so stronger, and it will distract your focusing on the breath. So at that time, you should understand that now is the right time to change the position. For example, like that to the other
I did.
position.
It depends. If it is too much, then I would kind of do the easy sitting position. Instead of putting one leg over the other, I would, I would just do like this. So but noting, and I would do that, but that's only at the very last thing. But if it is first the breath, and then if it is too much, but there are some times where when I observe the pain, not the pain, just be patient and watch it. It goes away, but if it doesn't go away, I can slowly change.
Yes, slowly you should change your position or body posture and mindfully focusing on the breath. So like that.
I would like to share my experience. Before I became a nun, I went to the monastery and I sat at the back and I saw the nuns meditate at the front, and we sat at the back and I looked at the nun and everybody sit very straight, and a long time. And after that, I talked to the nun and said, "How can you do that? How can you sit so good?" And the nun said, "It's not a miracle. You have to practice like you go to the army. Every day when you stay in the monastery, each time
then you go and you meditate. You cannot avoid it. So every day, every regularly, so it's not a miracle. So they have to practice a lot, not just a certain. So what they mean is we have to practice. And when I became a nun, then I went to the monastery. They said like 1.5 hours in Vietnam. And I tried to train. Before I sat for half an hour, but then later on, you just train yourself. And every day, like maybe a month, you increase about 5 minutes. Increase. But if you sit for half an hour, you don't need to watch the clock. Half an hour, then you still numb and painful, and you know that's time. And then later on, you increase 5 minutes. And then later on, when you go up about 5 minutes, then you increase more, and then eventually you go up to 1.5 hours. It takes time, and everybody have to go through that. When you saw the nun or the monk said very good, it's not a miracle. they have to go through those. So nothing happened. So that's my experience. If we want to sit long, we have to practice. And everybody have to go through that.
Yeah, this one is just what you do. This is like a bodily, physical exercise, like physical exercise. But also, if there's someone can concentrate very well, or they have the strong concentration, for those is no need. At the beginning, if they can concentrate very well, they can sit longer and longer. For example, we have the some meditator, they enter into the jhana. For those we ask 1.5 hour, 2 hour, 2.5 hour, so they can sit. Because when they enter into the jhana, so at that time, the jhana mind can support the body, not to be because of the jhana, power of the jhana. So there is no body pain. There is no body pain. According to their determination, they can sit longer and longer. So in the literature, some the Asian people, and they enter into the jhana whole day they can sit, because this is the power of the concentration. So but at the beginning, as you told, they like that train the physically a little by a little, no? Trying to increase the time a little by a little. It's okay, but the main is the mind is the main. So if you can train the mind very well, so everything you forgot, you will forget everything. If you can concentrate on the breath well, so mind cannot take the two object. So actually, when we know the pain, because our mind take this bodily pain, so we know very pain. If you can concentrate on the breath well, your mind only take the breath as the object. So at the time, you didn't know you're painful. You will not note that you're painful, and you can sit longer and longer.
It's still painful. Very painful.
This is because of you cannot practice very well. So it is very painful. If you can practice very well, or you can train your mind very well, so everything is and you can do. You will be able to sit longer and longer. Yes. Okay. Because there is one story in the Asian time. One man, he is handout. He is a handout. And one day he crossed the morning. He walked near the monastery. So he had the one soda. In the monastery, and the bhikkhu are reciting the one soda. But this soda is the name is a Namsat soda. So after hearing this soda, he want to ordain. He want to ordain. So he asked the Bandi and to allow him to ordain. So the bhikkhu allowed him to ordain. So he became the bhikkhu. After that, he learned the Dhamma from the senior Bandi, and then he really want to practice meditation. So he go to the forest. To practice meditation with the true Bandi, and then he meditate urgently. And he said he walk like that. He practice very urgently. Later on, his feet become full of the blood. Yeah.
It's a pita.
More blood. So he cannot walk well, even though he practice diligently. So he go with the hand and knee, knee and hand.
On his force.
And he force walking the meditating. So at that night, another handa is a camp near the lake. He is actually practicing near the lake. So the handa at the night, he think this is a deer. So he shoot or with the arrow shot. So not the arrow like a slam
Spear.
Yeah, spear. He
Throw the spear.
throw the spear.
Spear.
And then after that he know, this is not the deer, this is a monk, this is a bhikkhu. So he is very sorry for him. So and then this bhikkhu said that, okay, it doesn't matter, please help me to sit. Please pull this one, take out this spear, please take out. And then this hole. So in this hole, he put some the material like some glasses. He put with the hole in the hole. After that he said he meditate. Actually this one is the more painful than your just a numb. But even though just he put the sunglasses in the hole and then he sit and he meditate. He just ignore this feeling, very painful feeling. He just ignore and he meditate. And very soon he become the arhat. And he pass away. Before pass away, he become arhat. So that means that sometimes our body is very painful. But if we can meditate very well, so we can ignore it. It will not distract. It will not distract to us. So the training of mind is very important. If you can train very well, so the body or physical painful will go itself.
Then would you please teach us how to train the mind?
Oh, now I already teach this mindfulness of breathing meditation. This is one of the meditation object. So you can train your mind with this in-breath and out-breath, or also the Buddha quality. You can train your mind with the Buddha quality. Yeah.
In Vietnam, when I went to Vietnam, heard the nuns telling the story. I don't know if it's true or not. They say there's the monastery close to the nunnery for the nuns. One monk, he meditates for half an hour, and then he, I don't know what happened. So the ambulance, because the ambulance came because he sat for too long, painful, and then fell down, and they called the ambulance. And after that, he became enlightened. So I don't know if it's true or not, the story about that monk. So we wish we said like that and fell down and become enlightened. They spread the news, but I don't know if it's real or not.
I'm not sure what he happened, but actually is to become an enlightened one, so need to practice the vipassana meditation. Without practice the vipassana, so no one can be the enlightened one. Sometimes it is very funny, even though our country also like that. The story from the other side, no? I don't know exactly. Some are very funny. So they meditate. They have to meditate, at the beginning 1 hour, and then a few days, within a few days. So they have to meditate 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour, like that. So if you cannot meditate, what they did? So they choked on they tie you.
Body.
During until the 3 hour or 5 hour, like that. So this is not actually the right way. It is not right way. This is a wrong way. But some people are very crazy. They like such kinds of the mother. They like. So such kinds of teacher have the many followers. Because the people are very crazy, and also they like the easy way, or they like a shortcut. They think that after that one city they become the noble person. So whatever happens, they just try hard. So because they want to be noble person. So people are very sometimes, let's say, they're very crazy, very stupid. They have to know the wisdom. So they do, in our country, even though our country has that kind of thing. Actually, Buddha teaching is actually Buddha teaching is the middle way, no? Middle way, not the
extreme.
Not extreme, yeah. But the people is very crazy. People are very crazy.
People brag about how many hours they can sit. I have friends who've been to such meditation centers, and they would say, "We have passed the Mahapalan." That's
yeah.
And they brag how many hours they can sit without moving at all.
After that, their meaning is they become noble person. So we should have the knowledge with the Buddha knowledge in the Buddha teaching. If we don't have enough knowledge, if you do not have enough knowledge, you may follow some kinds of the teaching. No? It is very dangerous. Okay.
I have a question. Say, for instance, if you meditate all your life and you didn't achieve anything, and then the moment of death comes, of course, and then you have a choice of which prayer to say.
Which?
Which prayer to say. your last thought, you know your life is ending. So what should be the last one? Should that person go for Buddha's quality, or what's the best way? If you only have a very limited time and
I was going to ask that question.
This one is actually depend on you. So if you how to say, this one is another. We see that we have the 4 kinds of karma. That is as you know, the heavy karma or weighty karma, and then the proximate death karma, and then another one is called the habitual karma. So here is I want to say the habitual karma. So habitual karma is very important. So you need to practice whatever, for example, Buddha quality or the mindfulness of breathing, meditation, or whatever. You need to practice regularly. This one is become the habit. This is called the habitual karma. So this habitual karma is also can be proximate death karma. So if you have the regular practice, so when you're near this moment, it will be easy for you to do it. So in your near this moment, for example, you just recall the Buddha quality, or you just remember your breath, as an object. So at that time, this is all wholesome. So this wholesome will taste your near this moment. So you will reborn in the cultural, human realm or Deva realm, like that. So regular practice is very important, but may not be saying each other. Some people like the Buddha quality, some people like the metta meditation, some people like the mindfulness of breathing meditation. But in the standard, according to this standard, is Bhavehi Buddha Nusade, Bhavanana Manusada, Iman Sade, Bhavehi Dava, Puri Sandi Manasa. That means Bhavehi Buddha Nusade should practice a recollection of the Buddha quality. Bhavanana Manudara. This recollection of the Buddha Nusade, this meditation is the best one among of the samatha meditation. And who are practicing this recollection of the Buddha quality, however, full your desire. That means a little bit strange. Have to translate in the English language. That means when you practice the recollection of the Buddha quality, so you will get whatever you want, because the power of the Buddha quality. When you practice the recollection of the Buddha quality, so you can get whatever you want. Do you understand? Say it alone, give your.
Your wishes will be fulfilled.
Your wish will be fulfilled by practicing the recollection of the Buddha quality.
And also sending metta.
This no. Now I say the metta is one of the samatha meditation. Mindfulness of breathing is one of the metta meditation. At the same way, there is 14 kinds of samatha meditation. But Buddha knows that the recollection of the Buddha quality is one of the 14. But this Buddha knows is the best one among all the 14. The best one, and also your wish will be fulfilled by practicing the Buddha knows like that.
But at what level that your wish will be fulfilled when you practice Buddha Nusati? You cannot just like...
Okay, this one is we have the one story. This is a real story. Over there, I think so, 60 years ago, 60 or 65 years ago. So in our country there is the second city, the big city is called Mandalay. The previous time our capital city is Yangon, and then Mandalay is the second city. So in there is a very famous monastery called the Masoye Monastery. Masoye Monastery, there is a noise around 3,000 Bhikkhu and Samnita stay there. So at that time, there is a one Sayadaw, he is like a founder, so called the Tatoshi Sayadaw. How does it?
It's a people with long the Sayadaw with long life.
Sayadaw is a long life, he is a founder for this monastery. So at that time, the devotee, he is a very poor. But he had a lot of faith, strong faith. So most of the time he come to see the Sayadaw, and he offer his service to the Sayadaw. Most of the time. For example, he come to the monastery 1 month. He offer his service to the monastery, to the Sangha. After that, he go back to his work. A few months, he work he go back his work. After that, he come back and stay in the monastery. He offer his service to the Sangha. Like that, he stay. He's a very, and obey, very obey, and very nice man. Obedient. So obedient. So one day before he go back to his work, he pay respect to Sayadaw. At that time, Sayadaw told him, okay, now you should recite the Buddha quality. Sayadaw gave the Buddha quality for him. For example, like Burmese is a Buddha. The Buddha is one of the Buddha quality. Buddha. This is one of the Buddha quality. So you should recite this quality as much as you can in your daily life. It will affect for your life by reciting the Buddha. So at that time, this man said, yes, Bandi, I will do. And then he go back his work. And a few months later, he come back and paid respect to the Sayadaw. So at that time, he is very close to the Sayadaw. He paid respect to the Sayadaw. At that time, at the end of his paid respect, Sayadaw hit his bed. Sayadaw hit his back. So at that time,
His back.
Sayadaw hit his back. Basically back. So at that time, so he shout. The man shout, Amali. Amali means like, oh man, oh the man, your mother, oh mother, like that. People almost something you happen, you shout, oh God, oh my God, or oh my man, like that. The Burmese already they said that something happened, oh my man. So here also he shout, oh my man. So at that time Sayadaw replied, oh, you are not affected the Buddha quality. My man. So it is that you are not affected. You should try again the Buddha quality. And then a few day he stay in the monastery, he go back to his work. A few months later he come back. And then also he paid respect to the Sayadaw. At the end of his paid respect, Sayadaw hit his back again. So also at that time he say, oh my man. Sayadaw said that, so your karma is not a mature. You should practice the Buddha nicely again and again. So he go back The next time also, that a few months later, he come back. He paid respect to the Sayadaw. And the end of his paid respect, Sayadaw hit his back again. He say like that, oh my man, you are not good. So and then he go back. And he is a very long time. At that time, it's nearly the 2 years. He work in his work. He stay in his work. And after 2 years later, he come back. And he paid respect to the Sayadaw. And then also the end of his respect, Sayadaw hit his back. So at that time he said, oh Buddha. Suddenly he hit, oh Buddha. Oh, Sayadaw said that, oh, now you are very near to fulfill your wish, no? And like that Sayadaw says. So he stayed in the monastery the few months. And he offered his service to the Sangha. And he going back. At that time, unexpectedly, his boss is a foreigner. His boss is a foreigner. So at that time, our country, so like a socialist, the socialist?
Socialist government.
Socialist government. So government, he take all the property from the foreigner, the company, something like that. He took nationalized, become a nationalized. So at that time, his boss going back to his country, and then his boss said that this property is belong to you. I will relinquish all. But when I come, if you want to give something, I will take. If you don't give me, then that doesn't matter, because you take care of this company, something like that. So suddenly he becomes a very rich man. His nationality, so government will not take his property because he's a nationality. So something like that. Suddenly he becomes rich. So a few months later he come, but his style is totally changed. He come the monastery, his style is totally changed, and he offer a lot property to the Sangha. Oh, Sayadaw said, my disciple, what happened? Oh, Sayadaw, now is the Buddha Gnostic is affect to me. I become rich. So this one is not the accident. This is according to the Buddha teaching. The Buddha said, if you can practice the Buddha Gnostic very well, and so your wish will be fulfilled. But not only one time or one day, it's not enough. Something you happen, you should you become shout like instead of the oh my man or oh my God, instead of it you can be see oh my Buddha. So like that. So that means the should do to be habit. To be habit. It will affect.
Form a habit.
Huh?
To form a habit.
So it will affect your life. Not only one time is not enough. Huh?
It must be stick in your
your mind.
It has to go to the psyche.
So you should do Gananga.
So this is a more personal question. So I've been practicing Buddha Nusati for about 10 years, and I'm quite comfortable with it, and I can keep reciting everywhere I go, or driving or do anything before sleep when I wake up. But somehow I'm very interested to the freaking sin meeting you last year. So now I'm like, should I switch? Or should, because the Buddha Nusati are more comfortable and easier for me. But the breathing seems very convincing too. So I don't know which, if I should stick back on the other or just still try to maintain the breathing. Because the breathing, I still cannot maintain it throughout daily activity yet. Sometimes I can, but not. Usually before sleep and wake up, then I can. But during daytime activity, sometimes yes, sometimes not. But Buddha Nusati I can do very easily. So should I follow with the breathing or?
This one is like that. So the Buddha Nusati meditation is cannot. By practicing the Buddha Nusati meditation, you will not attain the jhana. This Buddha Nusati meditation is only can lead the access concentration only, not absorption concentration. But the mindfulness of breathing meditation can lead the anti-absorption concentration. So they are different. So if you want to get the deep concentration, and you should practice some meditation what can lead the absorption concentration. But in your daily life also you can practice the Buddha Nusati.
But isn't it that you have to maintain one object through continuously to be able to get to deep concentration instead of switching object? Because
should not switch. For example, before the practicing the mindfulness of breathing meditation or after practicing the mindfulness of breathing meditation, you can practice Buddha Nusati. But when you sit long time, so during that time you should practice your main meditation object. For example, like a mindfulness of breathing meditation or the kasina meditation like that.
But my mind gets quite annoyed when I switch it like that. At first it's a bit hard, but once it's interested in one object, and it just wants to follow one object. It doesn't want to switch even to Buddha Nusati or back to the breath.
Sorry?
My mind kind of get agitated or annoyed when I switch the object of meditation. Even good.
So that means that you cannot concentrate on the one object.
No. It doesn't want to switch from Buddha Nusati to breath or to Buddha Nusati. Just at first it's harder, but once it getting to like the momentum, it doesn't want to switch. It just want one. I don't want too many. It just complicated.
So at the time, when your meditation time, you should practice the mindfulness of breathing meditation. The other, your daily activity time, you can recollect the Buddha quality. Okay?
So I should not train my mind just to do the breathing all through our activity as well.
If it is possible, it's good. But sometimes it will be hard to do.
I believe it takes some time, I can do it. But I'm afraid that if I die, I don't have much time left, then Buddha Nusati is safer.
No. This one is Buddha Nusati is save you. Also the mindfulness of breathing meditation also will save you.
Yeah, but I'm not so used to it yet. Buddha Nusati, I'm already so used to it. It can come anytime. But the breathing, I'm still can get into it. I'm not really like keep it constantly. The habit is not too strong yet. So I'm afraid if I pass away by anything, then I will, which object or at that time thing will come to my mind that I don't have something to hold on to like Buddha Nusati.
So this one is the best way is I want to suggest that. I want to give the suggestion like that. So the general time, in your daily time, you should in your daily life you should practice Buddha Nusati. But when you meditate, during that time you should practice the mindfulness of breathing meditation like that. It will be better.
Thank you, sir.
Sometimes even though you think mind is your mind doesn't want to switch, but even though sometimes the mind is don't like only one object. Sometimes mind is should take the few objects. So in your daily life you can practice the Buddha Nusati, and the rest time you should practice mindfulness of breathing meditation. It will be effective for your life.
Thank you, sir.
So the next time, if we have the karma and we will meet, I just hit your back. What would you say?
And you have to do it without letting them know that you're hitting. Like sneaky.
It's different part.
I have a personal story. My friend told me about a story about somebody coming back from the meditation center. They practice the long sitting meditation. That person reached a state where she's very calm. So the meditation instructor said you have to maintain that. So she really liked it. So she was driving, maintaining the status, but she went the wrong way. The police came after her, and she said, "Don't do meditation while you're driving."
Just to get a ticket.
That's New York, New Jersey. Oh, this is good. I'm in this state.
Really?
I also heard from one of the Sayadaw among the 14 Sayadaw, Paul Sayadaw last year that there's a man or woman in Malaysia who tried to practice while driving, and one day she got car accident because she just keep focused right here at the breathing, and then she went to hospital, and so she said, actually she was kind of greedy because she wanted to get to China faster and do constantly. So
this one is extreme. So actually, we should understand. We should know that in the book is it the meditator should understand the how to say condition. Yeah, like you see the condition or which one is properly what time is properly for you. So meditator should understand. For example, driving time is not the because condition. So during that time, you need to care about your way or something. So during that time, if you meditate, so you are not clever meditator. You are not clever meditator. Buddha will not encourage like that. No? Buddha is depend on the condition, depend on the situation. You should practice and you should do something like that. So we should walk on the middle way, should not walk the extreme. Because actually the meditation is a way affect in our daily life. If you can use it properly, but if you cannot use the meditation as properly, so it will not affect your life and it will distress your life.
I had a question. It's like during meditation time, like my mind was wandering a lot and thinking work and go back home, a lot of things going on, so I cannot concentrate. So how can you give some advice to make the mind calm down, to focus on meditation?
So the best way is before practicing the meditation, you need to stop your future plan. So this future plan is a very disturbing for the meditation. So even though you are sitting, but you always thinking about your future plan. After the retreat, what should I do? Where I will go? Something like that. You always thinking about. This is called you cannot stop your future plan. So before meditating, you should make the determination. Okay. During the meditation time, I will only emphasize the meditation. I need to stop my future plan. So it is better. If you cannot stop your future plan, you cannot meditate. Why? Because 2010 mostly the young meditator, they have a lot of future plan, you know. So Sayadaw said that all the young meditators, Sayadaw encourage you should destroy your future plan. Destroy your future plan. So that means they cut off your future plan or totally. So if you cannot cut off your future plan, so you cannot meditate well. Even though you meditate that 1 year, 2 years, but during that time you are thinking about your future. So you cannot meditate well. This is one reason. Another is you need to note how long you can concentrate on the meditation object. What time is the best time for you? So you should know. And for example, if you can concentrate on the meditation object, for example, like 30 minutes. So you should try to increase the time a little by little, for example, 5 minutes more, like that. So later on, and you can practice very well. So how long can you concentrate? How long can you concentrate on the breath?
It just depends.
Yeah.
Sometimes it can stay long to like 5 minutes up to half an hour, but sometimes totally disturbed or the mind just can't concentrate. Yeah. And I know like I don't have many things to think about a future plan, but like thing happened in the past, it just comes up. Like nowadays I don't really think, but the past is something that happened and it just calm. And
so if you have a lot of one-train thought, you can use the counting method. So that means that when you breathe and breathe out, you should count 1. When you breathe and breathe out, you should count 2. By using the counting method, your mind has no chance to wander. But always your mind have to walk. No? Your mind need to count the breath. So by using the counting method, you can overcome this a lot of one-train thought.
so we concentrate on counting, not the breath.
No. By knowing the breath, you need to count. Without knowing the breath, if you just count, this is just a counting only. It will not affect your meditation. So you need to know the breath. When you breathe and breathe out, you should count 1. By knowing the breath, you need to count 1. When you breathe and breathe out, you need to count 2. When you breathe and breathe out, you need to count 3, like that. And should not count lesser than the 5, more than the 10. So between 5 to 10, you can choose any of number. For example, like now is number 845. So we are the meditator to count until up to 8. So when you breathe and breathe out, you should count 1, 2, 3, 4, like that until the 8. And then after the 8, you should stop. Breathe and breathe out 1, like that. Up to 8. You need to count. You should count. Yeah. And by doing so, you will overcome this problem.
Question.
Okay, wait. Okay, you can just sit back. Wait. Okay, you sit.
Before I heard from Simla, he asked about for the during working like that, but you have to pay attention what you do. But when we do the meditation for breath in out, that means that we have the mindfulness already, and also we are aware. We never mistake anything. That's the way I thinking like that. Is it true or not true?
Please say me again. Please say me again.
Please speak again.
Please say again.
Repeat it.
Yeah, repeat.
Okay. If we have to do something, look like he working like that, or I'm sweep the house, clean the house like that. I have to pay attention. I do that. But I can't be pay attention about the breath because I have to pay attention about walking like that. But that time when we have the mindfulness, that means we really aware. Aware. What we have to do, we really aware. We don't mistake anything. But some people I heard from, they said they're driving, they think about the breath in and out. That's why they don't pay attention driving, and they get an accident like that. That's why they're not aware.
Yeah.
They're not aware. They're really not aware.
So this one is actually they are not intelligent person, or they are not clever person. Because of not clever, they don't know what should they do. They are missing the driving and meditating. They are missing driving and meditating. Actually, the driving is a driving one. Meditation is a meditation. Should not miss. So the clever person, so you will not miss the walk. For example, when you're young, you are learning like a school. No? So at that time, the learning time and the movie time is different. You cannot do together like that. So the clever person can make it separately, can do separately. So it is because of their wisdom or their knowledge is not enough, so that they make a mistake. So, but the mindfulness is remembering and mindfulness is a little bit different. But this one is the mindfulness. We translate the Pali is a sati, so that the sometimes the usage is not the right. For the mindfulness is and there is the four formation. No? So kaya, citta, and Vedana and Dhamma. So only these four is the base for the mindfulness. But the rest are is not related with the meditation. Do you understand? Huh? How to say it? Okay, so mindfulness is a guardian of the mind. So, and if you have the mindfulness, so your mind is a very good mind, very good mind. And also this one is called beautiful mental factor. So, if there is a mindfulness, always your mind is a wholesome mind. Because if there is no mindfulness, maybe and this is an unwholesome mind. Unwholesome mind. So, wholesome mind will give the good result. So, the anavaja, sukha, vipaka, lakkhana. This is a kusala. So, if you have the wholesome mind, you will not make the mistake. If you made the mistake, so you will not have the mindfulness, so that you made the mistake. So, this sati mindfulness is actually is a good mass. Huh?
Sati is a noted like that.
Noted.
Yes, sati.
Sati is see the mindfulness or Sati is the remembering the object, the good object. But the knowing or notice is the notice is like a perception. Perception, senya. Okay.
I think what you're trying to say is mindfulness, the word mindfulness, a little bit deeper than just perception. That's
Sure.
But people commonly mix up the terms.
Yeah, actually it's like that. The perception is also know the object, and the mind also know the object. Wisdom also know the object. These three are very similar. So the perception is a very the shadow. Perception is we sometimes we know because of the perception. Just who is it? His name is someone. We just regard this with the perception. And then the next time I remember, oh, his name is who. So this is because of the perception. But the consciousness know the object is deeper than the perception. But the wisdom know the object is the deepest one. So we can know with the wisdom the object very clearly, very in detail. When we know with the mind, when we know the object with the mind, so a little bit very little bit deep, we know the object. But the senya perception is that we just know the very shallow, not in deep. Like say the child, they know the car. That is the car has the four wheel, and there is a one steering, four wheel, one steering, and gear, so can move. This one is a car. Child just know that this is a car. That's it. His knowing is like a perception, just a car. But he don't know this car is a luxury car or the normal car. He cannot know. The child cannot know. This is a luxury car. This is the car is a very lower state. He cannot know. Just he know this is a car. In the same way, perception know the object is like a child, cannot know very deeply. But the mind know the object is a little bit deep, like the adult person. He know, oh, this car is a luxury car, and this car is a
what kind of car?
What kinds of car he know. This is the like a consciousness. But the wisdom is not like that. Wisdom is a very specialist person. He is not just an adult. He know the car very in detail, like that. The knowledgeable person, like that. So these three kinds are different. But mindfulness is not including these three kinds. So knowing the object. Mindfulness is only the guards the mind, save the mind, not to be unwholesome. Can you get what I mean? The mindfulness is save the mind, not to be unwholesome. Or because of the mindfulness is a guardian of the mind. So actually the mindfulness is doesn't know the object. He is the own characteristic. He don't know the object, but if the mind know the object, he supposed to know the object. So sometimes wisdom and mindfulness is in the literature we take the two examples. The mind is wisdom and the mindfulness. The mindfulness is like a hand. Wisdom is like a eye. Like an eye. So I want to look at it. Even though I have the eye, but if I don't have the hand, so I cannot see it. But when I take this one with the hand and put in front of my eye, so at that time I can see, I can look at it. So if there is a no hand, so there is a no object. Even though I have the eye, I cannot see it. If I pull, so I can see. So that mindfulness is like a hand. So when you meditate, actually the wisdom, pinya, know the object. But if there is a no mindfulness, you cannot know the object. So mindfulness is like a hand, take the object, meditation object. And then wisdom is a know the object. So this mindfulness spoke the wisdom to know the object, to see the object. Okay?
So, based on your example, I just thinking, I'm not sure that right. You say if you have eyes, but we have light, the mindfulness is like light. You have what you can see. But
oh no,
we have light.
mindfulness is not light. Mindfulness is this one is not I'm taking the object. This this is not my example. This is the Visuddhi Mega, and this is an example. I don't dare to take I don't dare to give my own example. So this one is according to the Tipitaka, according to the Pitaka. So mine is like a hand, but the light is not like that. Light is so let's see the light of wisdom we see. So the mind associated with the wisdom. So at that time, this mind can produce the light. Can produce the light. So this little bit very deep. So currently I think you may not understand. So okay, here I will conclude. Mind is like only the hand. I'm sorry, mindfulness is only like a hand. So because of that, when you meditate, you need to remember. You need to remember your breath. You are practicing the mindfulness of breathing meditation. Your meditation object is in-breath and out-breath. So you need to always remember the breath. When you remember the breath, so your wisdom can know this breath clearly. If you forgot the object, so also even though you have the wisdom, you cannot know your object. So mindfulness is here we can translate easy to understand, remembering. So we remember our object. If we remember our object, also our wisdom know that this object clearly.
So it means that mindfulness is like a wholesome object, wholesome mind.
But that is the mean mindfulness. Is the mean is you just see and see, no second thought.
Sorry?
Mindfulness is the mean is you just look at something, you just see, you know that you see. You can have a second thought inside what they make by material or something like that. Is it true?
Oh, no, like that. This one is because I have to take the example. So like that something. Actually, is this mindfulness and the mind is arise at the one mind moment. Together, they arise simultaneously. That, for example, when you know the breath, at that time, there is a mindfulness. That is a mind. That is a wisdom. Or the other, the mental factor, including, for example, at least 20, 30, 32. Sometimes, if there is a piti joy, 34, 33. Sometimes there is a wisdom, that is a 34. So that means they are arise simultaneously. But even though they arise simultaneously, their functions are not the same each other. They work their own function, their own act. So that means that mindfulness take the object, take the breath as the object, wisdom at the same time. Wisdom know that this object clearly like that. So they cannot arise the different moment. They arise actually at the same moment. And also At the same moment, they support each other at the same moment. Like that. This is called according to the patana, you know, the condition, 24 condition, according to the patana. This is called the Sampayutta Pichya, the association, the condition. They spoke each other by associating condition, like that. By association, they spoke like that.
Just like friends.
Huh?
Friends.
You can see friends. They arrived together and they spoke each other.
Coexist.
Yeah. Let's see, coexist. Bali say that this one called simultaneously. They arrive simultaneously.
Same time.
At the same time. They arrive at the same time. Okay, any question? So today is the last day, so you can ask. I will try my best. If I can give the answer, I will give. If I can, so I will see I can. So you can ask.
I have a question about
Don't
contemplation
hesitate.
of death.
Huh?
Can you say a few things about contemplation of death meditation?
Yeah, sure. So this one is some people, when they are effort is weak, so they should practice the recollection of the death. This is called the Marananusati, recollection of the death. You can practice the recollection of the death when you are lazy. When you don't want to practice the meditation. So at that time, you should practice this recollection of the death. So how can you practice the recollection of the death? So firstly, and that is a say, Maranami do, Jividami ado. Maranami do me, my death is a certain. My death is a certain. Sure. And my life, Maranami do, Jividami ado. My life is the uncertain. Uncertain. So in this way you can practice recollection of the death. But the other way, so let's see, I may die anytime. Between the in-breath and out-breath, between that time also we may die. So you can recollect like that. I may die anytime. No, may I die anytime. No. So firstly, when 2 years ago, I went the China. So at that time, I translate that I may die anytime. But I say that the wrongly. May I die anytime. So they laugh. But why they laugh? I don't know. And then when I go back and I listen to my tomato again. I'm wrong. So that means that I may die anytime. No, may I die anytime. So you can see I may die anytime. I may die anytime. By reflecting in this way, then later on what will happen? You can realize our life is not like unsure.
No guarantees?
No guarantee. Our life is no guarantee. So anytime we may die. So at that time what will happen? Now I will say tomorrow morning all of us we will die. So tonight what we will do? Yeah, we will meditate. But no, we don't think we will not die. So that's it. Tonight also whatever you want you will do. instead of the meditation.
Right.
But why? You don't think you will die. But if you know exactly tomorrow morning you will die, so tonight you ignore the other thing, whatever important you can ignore and you will meditate. So that means that by practicing the recollection of the death meditation, the effort will arise in you and you can practice very urgently. So this is the benefit of the recollection of the death meditation. Okay. Any question?
It's very hard to have Sayadaw here to ask questions. So take your chance, please. Otherwise, you have to go all the way to Burma or to California or some other state. Now he's here. Please take an advantage of the opportunity.
How has given us all the opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, no. It's not me. It's the whole group. Many people effort, especially the Sayadaw Santi, and then the people in California, and then other friends who are donor, who supported my husband, my son, willing to leave us, and then many people, and then Sayadaw also had to take off, he had to come here right after the retreat, the lunch, the other retreat end in California, and go to the airport right away, and come here. And then, so we have one day, guide one day. And then the people in California cut off the 2 days. They're supposed to have 30-day retreat. They cut 2 days off for us.
Oh,
yes. And then Sayadaw had 1 day before he go back to Asia. But then he saved that day. So we have almost 4 days. So that's a lot of work and sacrifice, and then the Kabiya also leave his work and everything to come. So there's so many people that support, or maybe the Deva, I don't know, other unseen beings have been helping too. Otherwise, I couldn't think that how it just solved, because I never thought that it would happen here. And at some point, I thought, oh no, I don't know if I can do it, and I was afraid. And then I also made many mistakes too, so so this is like a effort of many things, many factors that come together. I can only try to put together a little here and there, but so not me. Okay.
Okay.
In that case, I have a question. It's so hard it's so difficult to arrange for this. If we have enough time, because it's probably a very complex or long subject, could you quickly summarize? So after that absorb concentration, what would be the next steps? Because you mentioned jhana, and I'm not familiar with it. So what would be the next step? What to look for? What would happen in brief? Because I think it's probably a long topic.
This one is, the next the part is when you have done the accept concentration or jhana concentration, so you can proceed to practice. You can proceed the rupa kammatthana. So you can try to discern the materiality and mentality, and then you can proceed trying to discern cause and effect, and then you can practice a vipassana meditation, and then you will realize you will be able to realize the Nibbana. Huh? Huh? Yeah? See? What do you want to see?
Okay, that might be too, how do you say it?
Do you like to break it down a little bit?
Yes, like maybe not Nibbana, I'm not even like considering
okay,
because
okay. Okay.
yes, I mean just like at beginner level, so after absolute concentration, so you watch your breath and what would happen, what do you look for so that you know that you're in the right way and you know what would come. So
this
just
one
like, you know, few step, baby steps.
Yeah, this one is like you know the way sport in your future. In the present, also by practicing the meditation, your mind is calm, and also you will feel peaceful. And this is currently you get the result. And also this one is our sport in the future. And if you have the chance, you want to meditate more and more. And also in your nearest moment, it will affect you. And for example, if you can remember your meditation time, currently this time is you are accumulating the whole sun. So that when your nearest moment, this whole sun will arise in you. So at that time, you will reborn the good run. You will reach the good stage. So by doing the whole sun, by accumulating the whole sun, we can make our life better and better from now. Not only in the future, from now we can make our life better and better. So by practicing the meditation, you will, because when you meditate, your mind is better than the people. Your mind is become the calm and peace, and because of this, you can sometimes you can make the right decision. Right decision. So because of the right decision, your life may change. So become better and better. Sometimes in our life, because of our decision, if we can make the right decision, our lives totally change. So to make the right decision, our mind should be concentrated mind. If your mind is always very wandering, you're not concentrated, so you cannot make the right decision about your family, about your education, about your society, business, about your society. No, you cannot make the right decision. So our mind, to make the right decision, our mind should be concentrated. Okay.
Seeing things as they really are, that's the goal, right? Seeing things as they really are, that's the ultimate goal. So the clearer that we see, the better we are at making decisions.
So that's like the instant result, kind of.
Instant?
It's like right away, like you see the effects right away.
Yeah, sure.
And also you don't burn, I think for people, we have so many things to do, right? By having if you meditate, you're giving your mind a rest a little bit from disengage, because you're not thinking about past or future. That's really good for you emotionally too, I think.
I really like the concentration. When you concentrate on the one object, so your mind becomes the concentrated mind. So this concentration is the proximate cause of wisdom. So proximate cause of wisdom. So if we have the no wisdom, whatever you do, everything will be wrong, or everything will lead you the best result. So the wisdom mind can decide the rightly or correctly. So to be wise man, or to get the wisdom, your mind should be concentrated mind. the concentration is the proximate cause, wisdom. So by practicing this samatha meditation, you become the wise person. So the wise person can make the right decision. You know, so that this meditation is not only for a realization of the nibbana. Only this meditation will make your life better and better.
In Burma, students meditate too. For the exams, they meditate.
Oh, that's nice.
I
So is
did
it like mandatory?
No, not necessarily, but I did meditate. I recited, like, believe it or not, Thessaloniki 20, Thessaloniki the Patan. Before my matriculation, I did get good results. Every single day, I went the whole year.
But that's why it's, yeah, that's honestly, this one is like not really based on the. This one is someone believe like that, no? So this one is like a particular, not the common, no? So we should not see this one.
No, it's but for young people,
Yeah,
for a
yeah.
young person, the aunt says, you know, before you study, say this, and then you'll have a clear mind. It will be easier to study, but it may not be the true, but
Yeah.
it works for me.
I have a question.
Sure.
Do Theravada Buddhists believe in Bodhisattva? Like the non-Buddhists, they believe in Bodhisattva, like Avalokitesvara, very, very.
Sorry. Wait.
May I?
Yeah, okay.
Oh, she asked if the Theravada Buddhism believe in the idealism of Bodhisattva. For example, the Avalokitesvara. Avalokitesvara is
Which
one
is
of the
Avalokit?
It's the name of one of the Bodhisattva in Mahayana.
Yeah. This is not Buddhism. It is not Theravada. Okay.
They don't believe.
Yeah, we don't. We have no such kinds of idea. We don't have such kinds of idea. But we believe it's like that. Now currently our Buddha is the Gautama Buddha, no? Sajja Muni. So our Buddha is he already fulfilled his parami and he became the Buddha and he preached the Dharma. So according to his teaching, if someone practiced according to his teaching, also those will escape from the suffering, escape from the wrong or rebirth, and also they may realize the Nibbana according to his teaching. But in the future also will have the new Buddha. But this one is also he will fulfill his parami and he will reborn he will become the Buddha. But currently we are the Gautama Buddha dispensation. So we should not expect in the future Buddha. Currently we have chance to realize the Nibbana, so we can do it. Okay? Yeah.
May I ask, like, what is it beneficial to be at least the wish to become to be reborn in Deva realm or higher realm instead of human realm? I mean, of course, the ultimate goal is Nibbana, but we know that it's like a far-fetched goal. It's still far away. So at least closer goal is a more beneficial to be reborn in Deva realm or in human realm, because some believe that, if you be reborn in Deva realm and you so absorb or interest in sensual pleasure because it's so good, it's so attractive, and then when you spend off all your merits, you'll be reborn in hell or lower realm and all that. but actually is a some deva that who practice the Dharma, more deva practice Dharma or more human practice Dharma? Actually, this is my son's question. So, is there some beneficial to be born in a higher
Which is the better? Which is the better?
Yeah, human or deva?
Let me see. Currently, is human life is better. Why? Because now is during the Buddha dispensation time. So the Buddha teaching exists in the human life. So if human people had chance to learn the Buddha teaching, but for the deva very difficult to have the chance to learn the Dhamma.
But Sayadaw, I thought Deva, they had the power to visit the human realm, or
Yeah,
they
yeah.
know also the teaching as well. And
They
have
know,
a calmer
but
environment.
mostly they have a lot of sensual pleasure objects. So mostly they may forget, huh? They may forget to do the wholesome deed. But the human life is because of that, every Buddha will appear in the human realm only. Why? Human life is missing the pleasure and suffering. So that sometimes because of the some object we will be happy. Sometimes also the suffering. So easy to get the sin of urgency. So sin of urgency and we can pride it. But human life is mostly there is no suffering. Sorry, the devara. Mostly the no suffering. So that mostly they happy with their sensual pleasure only. So very rare to have the chance to practice the meditation.
How about the Brahmara?
Brahmara is the same. Brahmara is the same. Some Brahma, they are in the human life. They become they already the noble person. They go to the Brahmara. Although it's a god. Some people mostly they practice the vipassana very, the utterly the Sankarupaka jnana. After that, they enter into the jhana, and the nearest moment they maintain their jhana, they reborn the Brahmara. And some people they have the idea, they are waiting to meet the new Buddha. When the new Buddha appear in the world, firstly, they want to listen to the Buddha teaching. Something like, although it's quite okay, but some the being is not like that. They do not have the same kinds of knowledge. Just that they try to practice and they attain the jhana, and when they reborn the Brahmara. So in the Brahmara, mostly they are happy with their the jhana, the sukha, jhana sukha. So they have no chance to do the wholesome. Very rare to have the chance to do the wholesome. So currently is a human one is quite stable, the God. But in the future, I am not sure. So because of that, sometimes the war will destroy. So at that time, mostly the being to go to the Brahmara. So at that time, we should choose the Brahmara. Currently, is a human one is quite still okay,
Sayadaw, but are there more yogi in the human realm or in the Deva and Brahma realm? That's actually his question.
I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I said, I don't know, let me ask Sayadaw.
I don't know. But sometimes because of our wish. For example, like I say, the king of Bhimisara, he is a Sotapanna. Actually, if he want, he can be the God Deva. But actually now he is like the slave Deva. He is a slave Deva, not really slave, like a slave Deva. Why? Because many life he was some kinds of deva. So that in this life, even though he is a Sotapanna, but his mind inclined to this existence, this life. So actually, if he have the chance to choose any kinds of deva, but his mind inclined to this life, so he become these kinds of life, these kinds of deva. So that means the mind also sometimes is like a habit. According to our mind, we reborn. So if we have the chance to choose, so Brahmara is the good, because there is no dosa. Now in a human one, so sometimes because of the object we have the dosa. No, the Brahmara there is no dosa. So it's also good. Another one is a Brahmara. So in this run there is no female, no male. So there's no need to consider about the marriage, get married. So they just they stay in their jhana, So Brahmara is better. Because of that, in the ancient times, some Sayadaw they said that now you are the man, wise man, but in your future you want to be again the human. So you are very stupid, because this life is very full of the suffering, the human life. So you need to go the Brahmara. So like that, Asian Bandi, Asian Sayadaw, they encourage the meditator to go to the Brahmara.
How about the Tusita Ram, where the Maitreya Bodhisattva is preaching?
Yeah, not so bad.
Not what I'm saying.
Not so bad.
Not the best.
Not so bad.
Oh, not so bad.
Bad, not so bad.
Sayadaw, but in the Buddha's time, there are people who became Brahmas, and their life is so long that they miss the Buddha's teaching.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not so good to be a Brahma.
Also, this one is two kind. Brahmara is some Brahmara. It's a good, but only this one is called Asinyata Brahma. Asinyata Brahma is only there is a rupa only. There is no nama. So some kinds of Brahmara, so they have no chance to meet the Buddha. Even though Buddha appear in the world, but they have no chance to meet the Buddha and to listen the Dhamma from the Buddha. Some kinds of Brahma is not good. So Asinyasa Brahma. And also the other, totally Brahmara is 20. But some run are good, some run are not good. For example, first jhana run, second jhana run, so they are quite okay. Also, the other state also have the 5 kinds of Soda Vasa. Soda Vasa English translation is pure Soda Vasa, pure land. Like I say, the little bit the pure, the Brahmara. These are 5. This 5 Brahmara is only the noble person. This noble person is also these 5 kinds of run is first run is never go down the next one. Go to the second, third, fourth, and fifth, and later on they realize the Nibbana. So never go down. So utterly the noble person goes. This run are good. So these 5 run are good. Yeah.
Thank you, sir. But can I extend a little bit? So if I wish to be reborn in Burma, what should I do?
Burma.
Yes.
Only you should make when you make the hosa, that whether dana or sila, after that always you should make the wish or aspiration. I want to be human and I want to be human in the Myanmar.
Not in Arakan state.
Not where?
Not in Rakhine state.
Oh, not in Rakhine State. I like the mountainous area.
Okay. So it's a good.
But I thought the northern Myanmar are mostly Christian. Is that true?
Okay, don't worry. Just you should not consider about the states, lower parts of the Myanmar, upper parts of the Myanmar, east of the Myanmar, west of the Myanmar. It is not important. If you have the Hosan, so when you reborn, because this Hosan was for you to meet the good teacher, good plant, and the Hosan will lead you. Only you should do the Hosan, and you should make the spirit. Don't consider about it. Okay?
I still have that.
Because now you can see, even though the some are, now all of you are Vietnamese, some are stay in the US and US citizen, some are Vietnamese citizen. But you already have the Hosan in the past. You have done the part. You have done the Hosan in the past. Because of that, now you can accept the Buddha teaching. So you already have the Hosan. So don't worry, if you should have the Hosan. If you have the Hosan, whatever country you reborn, but you will be able to meet with the good teacher, good friend and good teaching. Okay?
But I want to meet when I was young, not when I'm old.
Yeah. This one is also because of your Hosan. Now you meet the old person. When you meet the Buddha teaching, your age is already old. This is also because of your Hosan. So in the future, from now on, you try to accumulate the Hosan. Definitely, even though you are young, you will be able to meet the Buddha teaching. The young, when you young. Because someday now in my monastery, there is one Vietnamese. He is only the 6 year. Now in my monastery, he start to learn. He can recite the Pali and the 9 kinds of Buddha quality. So every day he read. When he recite, when the early morning wake up and we have the breakfast time. When they make the bed, so he come to see me, very respect me, and then I just show the hand. Arahant, Sama he recite Arahant. Sama Sambuddho, Vajjasarana Samano, Sukado, Nagavidu, Anudra Buddhisa, Dhammasarati, Sadariva Manusana, Bodho, Bhagavan. Only I show the hand, finger, he recite himself. So he's only, now he's 6 year.
Yeah.
And he meet the Buddha, the teaching, and he meet the bandit. But he has the Hosan. Now already it's nearly 6 months or nearly the 10 months. He stayed in my monastery.
One Vietnamese monk from Dallas is now in Myanmar, you know that, right? He's training with the Pa of Sierra's group from Dallas.
Which part of center?
I had to find out. My friend told me he went there for a year.
Here, the doctor.
Yeah.
This man is also
I know.
Pinyagara. He stayed there. Firstly, he read my monastery. And then before the Wasa, last Wasa, he take the Dawai. And then after the Dawai, also he stayed in my monastery. After that, after I come back, I came here. So 2 weeks later, he go to the Mimyuk now.
Oh, he's in Mimyuk.
Yeah, now he is in Mimyuk. But I think that before the 1 or 2 months ago, he stayed in my monastery. Yeah. So they like that. Because they have the Hosan, they met the Buddhism early, very early. So don't worry.
But also in Burma, although people are born in Burma, there are some people who don't practice Buddhism at all. It doesn't matter. They're in Burma and they don't practice.
I understand, and I believe, I strongly believe that I will practice no matter where. But I want young, like 3-4 years old, and I think that Myanmar is a good environment for that.
Yeah, now your idea is very good. Yeah, your idea is very good. So from now on, you're trying to make the aspiration after you doing the Hosan. So and then you will meet the good teacher or good friend or the right true Dhamma, even though when you're young.
Yes.
We met.
So which part? How do you want to go?
Maybe inside the heaven to me. I mean, Pinolan. I love that.
Your quality is not good.
I don't care. The teacher are so wonderful, the yogi are so wonderful, food are wonderful, cooking wonderful, weather wonderful. I don't care about everything. Sorry, but
okay, Hosan, you should just try to accumulate the Hosan. The Hosan will spoil you. The Hosan always spoil you. Because the Hosan is a very good friend for us. So if we have the enough Hosan, definitely we will meet the good teacher, good friend, good accommodation, like that. So don't worry.
okay, thank you, sir.
I have just a quick question. Do you have time? In Burma, Seattle, we've been hearing, I want to know whether it's a hearsay or is it in the Buddhist teachings. We heard from the young that this world will be destroyed by fire. Is it really true, or is it in the scriptures, or is it just the hand-me-down knowledge? Is it just people are telling?
I need to check the double, but actually this come from the scripture. Come from the scripture.
Because since the world is heating up and global warming and I'm an environmental person.
But don't only know that you already over the 50 years, right? So in your lifespan, why not?
But I'm worried about the next life.
Don't worry, you just I told you that you need to accumulate the Hosan in this present life. So if you have the enough Hosan, so in the future also whatever happen, you can.
You'll be okay.
Okay, you will be okay.
So my point is that this is from from the scriptures and.
Yeah, this is a scripture according to
Thank you.
come from the scripture. But I need to check it. I need
Sure.
to make sure.
But may I interject? I thought the Buddha dispensation still have 2,500 years more, so why worry? We have 2,500 years more. At least 25 lifetime, human lifetime more to
Think
practice.
about why we are here. We didn't do very well with the.
But we also have working here, so
We missed the. We missed the boat big time.
Don't worry, currently we should understand. We should do the Hosan as much as we can. It is the good way. Should not think too much. Don't worry too much. Okay, what time now? Already 7. 7. So I need to rest a few minutes and then the Dhamma talk will start. Okay?